What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So many of you have sent me this clip and this article that has surfaced now to and from Bernie the Boxer. Shouts out to Bernie the Boxer. Bernie the Boxer is close friend, I guess you could say at one point in time a mentor, and one of the trainers for first ballot Hall of Famers, 5-division world champion, 3-division undisputed world champion, superstar boxer, and the pound for pound king, Terence Bud Crawford, who has 42 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. Terence Crawford turned 38 last Sunday. Terence Crawford, 3 weeks ago, that fast, dominated in shocking fashion to many outside myself, because I've been telling y'all for years that he could beat another first ballot Hall of Famer, another 4-division world champion, another 2-time undisputed champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez at 168. And he did so. Canelo's now 63 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. Terence Crawford dominated the fight as I expected him to do. Outboxed Canelo Alvarez as I expected him to do. And he did just that. With that said, Terence Crawford has absolutely nothing else to prove. He's a 5-division champion, as I stated. Oh, B in here, bro. Y'all see that B? I ain't cutting that out. I ain't cutting it out. Y'all seen the B in real time. Anyway, I got him out of here. Got him out of here. Hit him with the bottle. Bang! Anyway, Terence Crawford has nothing else to prove, okay? Terence Crawford is already highly decorated in the sport of boxing. Terence Crawford is 38 years old. As I stated, he's a 5-division champion. He's undisputed in 3 separate weight classes. At this point in time, Terence Crawford is just padding the stats. You know what I'm saying? There is no name in the sport of boxing that Terence Crawford can compete against right now that's going to garner the attraction that Terence Crawford just received. He beat the 2 biggest names he could possibly beat. Errol Spence Jr., and he did it in dominant fashion to become undisputed. The best welterweight in the world, Errol Spence Jr. was considered. He dominated Errol Spence, became undisputed. And then he dominated Canelo Alvarez and became undisputed. Outside of those 2 guys, the only other name that's big is Gervonta Tank Davis, and he competes at 135. As far as the biggest names, the biggest attractions. So Gervonta Tank Davis, outside of his fight with Ryan Garcia, has never done the numbers Errol Spence has done, or Canelo. So Errol Spence suffered that horrific car accident that set him back a lot. Errol Spence was doing 350,000 pay-per-view buys and selling out AT&T Stadium. He already did that. In 2020, Errol Spence did the biggest gate in anybody in boxing, including Canelo. So Errol Spence was that guy. So the 2 biggest names Terence Crawford could dominate, he dominated it. He left no doubt, right? Which leaves him as the biggest name, right? Outside the heavyweight division, obviously. And now you have guys like Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. These guys are just making their names. Devin Haney is accomplished. There is nobody for Terence Crawford to fight. It's just he can collect accolades. So Bernie the Boxer, he stated, if Terence Crawford don't get $100 million for his next fight, he ain't fighting no more. And if y'all want him to go back down, meaning the powers that be, and the fans want him to go to 160, he never competed at 160, and compete there, he gonna need $100 million. And they can name their price. And I'm pretty sure His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is willing to do it now. Terence Crawford can have 2 fights at 160 in 2026 against Janibek versus Laura's winner, which they're going to fight December 6th, I believe, on the undercard of Lamont Roach and Isaac Pitbull Cruz in San Antonio, Texas. So the winner of that fight, Jenovic and Arislandi Lara, will hold 3 belts. Lara holds the WBA, Jenovic holds the WBO and the IBF. So there'll be a 3-belt champion there. If Terence Crawford wants to, let's say Turki Al-Sheikh said that he's going to announce information by January, right? If he announces he fights Carlos Adames, let's say he fights Carlos Adames in his next fight. Let's say he fights Carlos Adames in March or April, right? He beats Carlos Adames, who has the WBC title at 160. You beat Carlos Adames. Then, let's say in August, you fight the winner of Jenovic and Lara. Right? Particularly Jenovic. Right? Because Lara's with the PBC. And they're going to play politic games. If Lara beats Jenovic, they're going to play politics games and keep away. But, they're going to try. But Turki Al-Sheikh is involved now. But if Jenovic wins, he's going to seek out the Terence Crawford fight. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's not going to let the politic game play a part. So if he wins, Terence Crawford fights Jenovic in August. And I'm giving you specific timelines for a reason. He fights Jenovic in August and beats Jenovic, right? And now he's undisputed at 160. This makes him a 6-division world champion and a 4-division undisputed champion. And he becomes undisputed again in under a calendar year. So he sets another record, another mark, right? At middleweight, which is a glamour division, you have, I said this before in the other video, the top 3 glamour divisions: welterweight, middleweight, 160, 147, in no particular order, and then obviously heavyweight. As the heavyweight division goes, so goes the sport of boxing, carries the sport of boxing. The baddest man on the planet is the heavyweight champion, right? That's Alexander Usyk right now. So with that said, you could give Terence $100 million, okay. $50 million to fight Carlos Adames, $50 million to fight Jenovic Lara winner. $100 million, right? Now, guess what? My point in saying that, why was your point in giving you time frames? Because now Terence Crawford turns 39 years old in September. He's finished his career in August. He retires and celebrates his 39th birthday as no doubt top 5 greatest fighters in boxing history, with 2 fights in 2026, and make $100 million before his birthday, before his 39th birthday. Right? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, you sail off into the sunset as a 6-division champion and a 4-division undisputed champion. That's never going to be. The possibility of topping that is never going to happen. I think the person that have the best opportunity to do so would be Devin Haney. Reason being, he's already undisputed at 135. If Devin Haney can become undisputed, his frame allows him to become undisputed at 147. That's 2 divisions, right? His frame allow him to move up to 54. He can become undisputed at 154. That's 3 divisions. Now, he dares to be great at 160 or 68 for the right opportunity and become undisputed. His boxing ability allow him, again, in the right opportunity and his skill set, to fight and compete at 168, 160 for the right fight and become undisputed there. And that will make him a 4-division champion, undisputed champion, right? And that will make him a champion at 135, 140, 147, 154, 160. Crawford still would be a 6-division champion, right? But that would make him a 5-division champion and an undisputed champion in 4 separate weight classes. And he's young enough Devin Haney is 26. So he's young enough to do it, and his frame is bigger than Shakur Stevenson's frame. Shakur Stevenson will be the other guy, but Shakur can do it if Shakur becomes undisputed at 135, undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147. It's a stretch because of his frame to become undisputed at 54, but he could because of his boxing ability and his skill set. That will make Shakur a champion 130, no, 126, 130, 135, 140, 147, and 154. That would give Shakur Stevenson the opportunity, but he would have to become undisputed at 135, 140, 47, and 54. Right? And that would make him, that would tie Terence Crawford. That would make him a 6-division champion and a 4-division undisputed champion. So he can actually tie Terence Crawford. But I get it. $100 million. Why not? Name your price. You ain't got nothing else to prove in the sport of boxing. Point blank and period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.